Welcome back to another episode of Road to Kerbin, and it did not go well at the end of last episode. You can see I am just having a look at what I have named. What have I named you? I have named you Relay X because this is one of the 4 relays that we actually managed to release. This one had its antennas ripped off, so that's now 2 with antennas ripped off. You can see it's lost half its solar panels. Interestingly, it is saying it's able to connect to the KSC. Which to me means that it's treating these as working, and it's actually saying that they're semi-working. So I'm not going to allow myself to do this. So this one I'm actually going to delete because I think it's cheaty, the fact that we've ripped the antennas off it. We do have others available. There we go. Look at them there, floating around, and they're going to be repositioned at some point. And then we've got this thing here going around. But I think today we need to have a look at communications around Rhode because yeah, we need to fix that, I think. So let's get going. Right, so here we are around Rhode, and this is one of our community relays. Not very bright, I apologise. In fact, you know what? Let's just have it rotate around a bit. Let's get some speed going on, and where's the star gone? Let's get that. So here we are, bit of sunlight on it. So this is what we sent up early on in the series. Some very simple HG5 high gain antennas, 5.0 M rating. I'm guessing that's acceptable. So 5.0 M. Now let's actually go and have a look at Ashcom 1. Let's go and have a look what that's got. So that had 5.0 M. I'm not entirely sure what that means. Something to do with the distance. I'm guessing million meters, 5.0 million meters possibly. I don't know. But let's see what the one around Ash is actually looking at. So this is looking at 20. Now we know that can go all the way back to Kerbin. So we need something that's at least 20. Kerbin Road. We need something that's at least 20. So let's get to the VAB and see what we can put together. Right, so after looking through all of the antennas we have available, which is not much at the moment, we could either go for the HG20 or we could go for this C2 Plus. Both are basically high gain antennas that are relays. They both have reasonably good distance. We're going to go for these because they've got a slightly bigger distance, and I'm going to put 3 of them onto pretty much the craft that we put up before for the Ash constellation that we're still going to position at some point. And I've actually put some extra solar panels on. We've got a few extra little batteries on there because this thing's just going to be around Rhode, and we want it to survive a while with the electricity when it's on the dark side and things like that. And we've got the antennas like that. So I'm going to put these onto a craft, and we'll see what happens this time, shall we? I have taken our launcher from the Ash communications mission, and I've taken out the middle stage. So now we've just got the 3 engines at the bottom, and then they go to a Terrier engine at the top, and that should be enough, I think, to put us into orbit and give us all the orbital control we want. And now it's just a case of what do we actually put on this thing. So let's have a look. Let's get this staging sorted first. So we've got that. Then we have, let's see, that and that. That is there. We've got this as well, so that can go into there. Right, so those are the first 2 stages. Then we have these things here. We've got this fairing coming off, and then we've got a decoupler and an engine. So we're not going to use those sort of structures that come built in with it this time. What I'm actually going to do is we're going to be a little cheaty. I've put stack separators instead of generic sort of decouplers. We're going to put them like so, and I'm going to put 3 of these up. I think we're going to go for 3, and we're going to see what we get with this. I think we'll just see what happens. So got that there. Let's put another one on top. Oh, not like that. There we go. There's a 3rd one. Put that there, and then we're going to just move that one up as well. I could actually put a structure in the middle of this, but I'm not going to. So there we go. We could actually use a scaffold for this, but I don't want to risk it in reality. So there we go. That's what we're going to send up. We're going to send up 3 of these, and I have yet to decide how I want to orbit them. I mean, that's the interesting one because they should get relay from the low low Rhode orbit sort of system we've already got, that will continue to act as a relay. So I could actually put these quite high up into a decent orbit and stagger them, which I think is what I'm going to do. Each of these has reasonable, I think it's got like 400 meters per second, but we'll have a look. We'll have a look at what is required. We'll get them up there and have a look and see what we can do with them. But let's get them up there first. So let's sort the fairing out first of all, and then launch this thing, I think. So get the fairing done. This is a nice easy one. Just pop it up like so, and we are done. Right, save that. Let's launch it and hope this one goes a little better than last time. Right, so here we are. Let's get this launch going. Let's see if we can not mess this one up. I'm sure we'll manage somehow. So engines are ready. Let's go. Off we go. All the way up. All the way up. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Right, we're going to start turning over straight away. There we go. Want to hold it just onto the marker. Come on, come back. There we go. Right. And we're going up nicely. So we have that middle engine that's going to give us our gimbal. These two side engines, the Reliance, are actually just giving us power and nothing else. And that should be enough gimbal for this. We need to keep an eye on our apoapsis because this thing has a lot of thrust on it. This first stage is a lot of thrust. It may actually get to orbit on its own, in fact. So we need to be aware of that. And what we need to also do is try and fix this inclination. We always seem to launch on Rhode with an odd inclination sort of glitch going on, which is quite interesting actually. There we go. For some reason we tend to get this problem. Now I don't mind about what our inclination ends up being, or what our final sort of apoapsis is. I want to try and get a reasonable height, and that will do. Right. So we're going to go through the atmosphere. We've got 0.5 degree inclination. That's not problematic. So where do I want to actually end up with this thing? So we've got our current. What have we got? We've got communications currently. Oh, did I put them polar? No. Here we are. So there they are. There's the relay system at the moment. It's actually not looking great. So I'm wondering whether we put them a bit further out, so there's less sort of occlusion by this, and then I don't really care where the positioning is for it, which would probably be a good thing actually if we were to do that. So let's have a look. Right, we're now above the atmosphere, so let us let's see if I got is this my fairing? Yes, so we'll get rid of this right now. There we go, a bit better than last time. And we're on there for going along. So we're going to pop this down. I'm going to drop the nose of it. I'm going to give myself a little bit of thrust to do that with. We've got, what, about a minute and a half to get to, until we get to the apoaps. Not a big problem for us. And we're just going to wait now until we've got about 37 seconds or so to burn time. There we go. Hold this like so. I actually want to position us down a little bit, so about there, and cut that. Right, we're going to just let this road up. I could actually put a maneuver node in and do all the wonderful things that you're supposed to do. I have not done that though, so we'll just see how this goes. Fire those engines, pull this onto there like so. There we go. Let's see how we're doing. 14 seconds, got all this fuel to burn through. Look at that. The power of those mighty 3 engines on the back there, how wonderful that is. There we go. Right, here we are, coming along. Doop-de-doo, doop-de-doo, doop-de-doo. What have we got? Are we still burning? Yeah, we are. Good. So we're now coming down a bit, but that's okay. I don't mind that. Keep it going, keep it going. We're gonna be fine, I think. Get ready to cut, and there we go. Oh, that was almost perfect. I'm going to leave that space junk in space because it is the space junk. Right. No nearby control lobbies. So I can't jump to that because it doesn't have a probe on it. So it's just automatically rubbish. It's automatically rubbish. Right. Let's have a look. Our inclination isn't brilliant. It's less than 1% though, so that's okay. Right. Let's get some extend the solar panels out, I think. Oh. Please select the body you want to track with the solar panels. The Barry Center. Ooh, Kerbal. Fate, Destiny, Auto. barycenter. Do I want to track the barycenter? I think I do. That's new. I think somebody actually commented that you can improve the solar tracking and so forth if you go for the barycenter. But yeah, I don't think that's the problem. I think it's more a case of the game perceiving the barycenter as being occluded by the stars, I think is the problem. Exposure 100% good. We've got lots and lots of power. Right. We've got lots of delta V here. So I'm thinking I pull it up to an orbit. What? We could even go beyond Armstrong. Can these communicate to Armstrong? These can communicate. Yeah, they can communicate to Lua. Can they communicate to Armstrong? They can. Right. So if I put it outside of Armstrong in a circle here, and then we stagger them a little bit, just let them stagger a bit. We figure out the orbital period of a circular orbit, and then we just drip it down into sort of a resonance orbit, and then I can just stagger them over time. We can actually stage them out. That is an idea, isn't it? So let's put as prograde. It doesn't really matter where I'm going with this one, because I want to use this low orbit as sort of semi-relays to this is actually what I want to do. So let's do that. So let's just let's see, can I do this? I should be able to. This should be possible. So fire that engine. There we go. Get going. Right, we're going to speed this up just a smidgen, like so. Now, we need to be careful we don't get any odd interactions with Lua and places like that. And I think outside of Armstrong is the right call, because we're still going to get signal past Armstrong and places on either side of Kerbin, so that's going to be a positive. So we need to see Armstrong is 6,000. Right, get ready and pause it there. Right, there we go. Now I think those things should be able to communicate. So let's get to the apoaps point. Let's warp to there. Right, what have I got signal wise? Oh, I don't. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, that is annoying. So it's going to be direct Kerbin, but I am getting direct Kerbin, which is fine, because then if I stagger them, we're gonna still have signal. Okay. Right. Oh, not Kerbin, Rhode. The Radish. We've got connection to Radish. Okay. So I think we're still going to do this. We're still going to do this. So add apoaps, add maneuver, and that's going to be circularized, is it? What's that? That is 11. That's 12. That's close enough. 12 and 11. And 8 days. Oh, these are days. Oh, this is good. So what's this periaps? This periaps is 2 days. So at least 2. You know what? That's what we're going to do. We're going to release one here, circularize, release one every time around. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to spend days doing this. That's what we're going to do. We're going to circularize at our apoapses. Absolutely brilliant idea. Right. Okie doke. So we're going to need to extend that solar panel and 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 that solar panel. Right. We're going to extend all of them now, because we are going to be trying to do this a bit of a bodge. So I know it's about 8 days around at that point. So 2-day release means there's going to be a stagger, and because we're so high up, we can always add more to this in the future. We can actually add more to the system, and these things are going to be reasonably stable, which is really nice. And I don't mind drift. We can just, in between episodes, we'll just put more and more of these in, which is a really good idea. So decouple that. There we go. What on earth just happened? Something fired sideways. Right. There we go. And then we can just do a little tiny. Can I arm that? Hello. I have fuel. Does the aphid use that? Oh, there we go. There we go. Just need to activate it that way. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to extend that antenna, extend that antenna, extend that antenna, and then we also need to Now, interestingly, I should have extended these antennas. They shouldn't be working because they're not extended, but it seems that these antennas work extended or not, which is quite interesting, actually. I did not expect that to be the case. I thought you'd have to extend them. So, get those extended. So it also means you can use them when they're broken, which explains the other problem we've got. Right, there we go. Now, they are, oh, it's a connection. There's a connection there perfectly. Now, there isn't one here, which is there? Oh, I think there might be, actually. There is a red line coming to us. Cool, so we are actually acting as a relay to pretty much everything in the system right now. That's good. It's not a great connection, but it is a connection to Ash. So that's good. We've got some sort of connection. Right. Now, where are we? We want to accelerate to that point there. We want to be in prograde. Okay. We want to go to this point, and then I want to circularize is what I want to do. Right. We're approaching it in a little bit of time. Okay. We're pointing prograde now. We're about there, so we can just fire our engines. And oh, that's noisy. We'll just zoom out a bit. It's just, oh yeah, it's very loud, annoying noises. Very, very annoying. Glad I've actually quietened that down for you. You don't have to put up with what I'm putting up with right now. Right. So what we'll do is we'll just time warp that a little bit. Well, not time warp, but speed you up a bit. So we're looking to circularize. It'd be interesting to see what our actual orbital period ends up being. So at the moment, it is 4 days. We want to go to 8, which means the next one we drop out will actually be potentially. We're going to see. We're going to see what this comes to. It's going to be quite interesting. We should really write it down, in fact, and then we can figure out. But I don't mind them being perfectly positioned for this. I just want to make a nice period of some sort. We'll have a look. 11.9115 is not a brilliant idea, but you know, we can tidy them up. These things are going to drift. We don't care. They're not geostationary or rotostationary or whatever you want to call it. They're not vital to us. Yeah, we're going to have more than enough fuel to get this up there, and then we can play around with it. But these are just basically long-range communication for us. These are doing the job that we always needed. All right, come on, get going all the way up. I will probably timey-wimey, speedy-weedy the next bit up for you so that you don't actually have to keep watching me just doing this. Right, let's have a look. We're going to cut this about now. Right, we're going to just bring this up to the right level. There we go. Oh, what's interesting. 10 days. 10-day orbital period. Oh, I quite like the idea of 10-day orbital period. Turn the craft around. Let's see if we can bring it back to 10 days exactly. That's a really nice orbital period, actually. Going a bit more. Right, 50, 40. If I had RCS, it'd be a lot easier. And there we go. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, perfect. Look at that. 10 days, 0 hours, 0 minutes, 0 seconds, 0.6. So there we go. We're going to aim for 10 days. 10 days is going to be our orbital period for these things. Doesn't matter about whether the apoapsis and periapsis is different. So it's going to have 10-day orbit there. Hopefully it's going to be okay. Right, so that's that one done. We should probably rename it while we're here. So this is going to be, let's see, we should really give it a great name. We're going to call it Rhode. Yeah, we're going to call it Rocom 2. Yeah, because I remember them like that. So it's a relay. Would you change it to a relay? There we go. Right. I am going to go do the others. I may do a speedy up bit. I may just show you the end of it when I've finished. So I will be back in a second. Although for me, it's going to be probably going to be about 20 minutes, but for you, should be literally the click of a fingers. Well, I'm going to voice over this bit because, yeah, I have to bleep out a lot of what just happened. Yeah, it seems we had a slight glitch whereby I separated the two craft for the next stage. I time warped and the two of them ended up inside each other, which should not have happened, but it did. My problem, my fault. I should have actually thrusted one away from the other. I didn't. So yeah, so back to me. Right, so I have a craft now that has no solar panels, is completely useless. What else have I got in space? Right, we got this. Okay. Right, I can use your solar panels. Okay, so we've got another transmitter. We only need 2. I think we only need 2. That's all I need. We'll have to send up another mission in the future with this. This is episode 2 of can't get solar panels to stay attached to craft and antennas break constantly. This has got a single antenna. No, it's got 2 of the 3. It's got 2 of the 3 antennas. Okay. Is it able to do connections? It is. Yeah, it is. Okay. Where's its mate at? Right, you're over there. Oh, it's actually able to communicate via them. Right. So if I circularize you now, right, its period is 3. So 6 would put us about here. Oh, that's really annoying. That orbit would actually be 3. Oh, that'd be beautiful as well. Right. So I think we circularize this one. We get it circularized, and we're gonna have this system in place. This is the way it's gonna be. This is what we're gonna do. I was looking forward to having a wonderful episode where I could tell you how great everything was, and yeah, that's not happened. So yes, another mess up by the program. I don't know whether it's me being negative about the series because of the glitches, or whether the glitches are unbalancing me and I'm missing things, or whether it's just that I've not played for a while. It's really, so what do you think? Are you like this when you have been away for a while? Do you think it's the glitches? I love this, so I love the waterfall. Oh, gone too far. Go back, please. All right. Now, this top stage actually, note to self, should have put some antennas on it. Could have put some antennas on it. Again, I suppose this is now going to be the antenna stage though, so, you know, right. I need to be very careful with this because I'm trying to just get it down to that 10-day marker, and this might actually be easier because it's a bigger, heavier mass. We'll see. So here we go, and cut that. That's close enough. That is close enough. That drift is tiny. Right. So this thing is going to act as makeshift as well, which is okay. We're going to keep it attached, and that's going to survive like that. So we have communications, somewhat. Let's go and look at Ash. What have I got around Ash? Have you got any communicator? You're there. Right, let's have a look at, where's my other, whoa, there's just a mess of stuff there, isn't it? Right, switch to you. There we go. Right, let's see if they've got communication. Right, we are looking at one of our craft around Ash, and it does have weak signal to ROCOM 2A. So where's 2A? 2A is there. Right, so we know that A is the one that's good. We know that as long as we have something on the this sort of arc range here, we should have some signal. But what it does tell me is we do actually need better comms around Ash as well. Ash is a difficult challenge for us. However, it does mean that we've got connection. So what's this connected to? This is connected to Kerbin. It gets direct good connect. That's interesting. It's got good connection to Kerbin. Can I print that up? Right. So we've got ROCOM 2 is okay. Ashcom, Acuity. Acuity is well connected. How is Acuity connected? Is that, oh, because it's going through Acuity, is it? Around Armstrong. Right. So it's going Ashcom, ROCOM, Acuity. That's a long journey. That is a long journey, but we do have a connection. So we have another set of craft to put up in there. We may want to do that just to make it a bit more suitable. We'll see. And we've got this thing here. We've got signal. We now have signal around Ash. So I think maybe next episode we sort this out finally. We get some stuff up. We sort the Ash system out a little bit, so we've got coverage, because they do have, if you look here, they do have coverage to each other, which is good. We've got that remnants of the probe down there, which we're not going to get signal to because it just doesn't have antenna. I could go and modify the config files and stuff. It's not going to happen. I don't think we're going to do that straight away though. I think what I'm actually going to do is maybe on the next episode I will show launch of or tidying up of adding stuff onto here, maybe at the start of the episode. Then I think we should maybe go and rescue some Kerbals, because we haven't done anything like that for a while. Do that, and then we'll do the Ash stuff again, because we don't want to do the same thing every episode. You don't want 4 episodes of building communications. So this next episode I think we will look at sorting this out. I can't believe that we've had now this system's damaged, this system's damaged. It's just a disgrace. Sort yourself out, sea monsters. It's terrible. We're gonna have to clear up this. I'm gonna have a look at some of the debris, get rid of some of the craft that we don't want floating around. We may get rid of some communication systems, I don't know, but we definitely need to get this sorted out a bit. We've got all manner of just mess at the moment. We definitely need to get to Ash. Is going to be a challenge. It is a challenge for us, which is odd because I didn't expect it was going to be. I thought it was going to be just like all the others. I thought it was going to be another planet hop. We're going to land, get it over and done within an episode, but everything, it's like it's cursed. You can't see it when you first get near it, and when you finally do see it, then your planes crash into each other or whatever. So next episode, something a little different before we get back to this. So from me, until next time, have a great one.